Well, of course, the top story this hour. Huge relief for the Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal ahead of the Haryana elections. The Supreme Court has granted him bail in the Delhi Excise Policy Scam case. In fact, the Aadmi Party's Supremo will also be released from jail 6 months after his arrest by the Enforcement Directorate on 21st of March. Well, Arvind Kejriwal, he's been granted bail, and one of the big top takeaways of that is that a bail bond of 10 lakh rupees has been sought by him, has been set for him by the court. Supreme Court has also very categorically said that the Chief Minister cannot sign any official files and cannot make any public comments regarding the case which is currently sub judice. Also that the trial court is going to be fixing conditions as well. The Supreme Court has said that the arrest is not illegal, however, and that's an important part. So let me go across to our legal editor, Harish Nair, who's joining us. After that, I'll be going across to Karan Verma, an author, as well as Sanjeev Kaushik, a political analyst. But Harish, I must come to you first. You must explain to us the details coming in from the Supreme Court, especially the observations which were made, which did call the CBI a cage parrot and said dispel that notion, but also at the same time had said that the arrest was not illegal.
Yes, that's right, Meghna. In fact, the two big takeaways being that both judges though they have written separate judgments, have concurred on the fact that Kejriwal deserves to get bail after being in jail for more than 5.5 months, as you rightly said, Meghna. And also on the fact that there is no procedural error as far as his arrest by CBI is concerned. But though Justice Ujjwal Bhuyan wrote a separate judgment, he raised certain issues, like he has questioned the timing of arrest, saying that it is very clear that Kejriwal was arrested by CBI to ensure that he does not come out of jail after being granted interim bail by the ED, by the Supreme Court in the ED case. And also the Supreme Court said that, in fact, Justice Ujjwal Bhuyan said that this also shows that CBI continues to be a caged parrot, just like a few years ago Supreme Court had made the comment. It is high time that an impression is conveyed that CBI is an uncaged parrot. The probe should instill fairness, in fact transparency, and it should be a free and fair probe as far as CBI is concerned. Only then the confidence of the people will be instilled on the CBI. But apart from this, both judges have concurred on the fact that Kejriwal deserved bail. In fact, the principles which applied in the bail granted to Sanjay Singh, Manish Sisodia, K. Kavita also played in this judgment. Those were cited, saying that prolonged incarceration, pre-trial detention cannot be countenanced. Kejriwal has also already spent more than 5 months in jail, and also the trial also does not show signs of beginning or completion anytime soon. Bail should be, in fact, bail should be the norm and jail should be the exception. Supreme Court once again emphasizes, and since all other accused, high-profile accused in this case, like Sanjay Singh, K. Kavita, Manish Sisodia, have been granted bail on these grounds, the Supreme Court also considered the fact that there are more than 453 witnesses, documents running to thousands of pages. These are the factors which have gone into Supreme Court today, agreed to grant bail to Arvind Kejriwal, a big relief for the Delhi Chief Minister ahead of the Haryana elections, as you rightly said. And there are very interesting conditions. Supreme Court said that the conditions imposed by the Supreme Court while granting interim bail in the ED case will also be applicable in this case. Like Arvind Kejriwal cannot, though he has been granted bail and is free, he cannot attend the office, he cannot even visit Delhi Secretariat, he cannot sign files, he cannot talk about this case, he cannot interact with witnesses or have access to any case files as far as the Delhi liquor scam is concerned. So these are some of the basic, very important observations in today's judgment, which has come as a big relief for the Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal. Back to you, Meghna.
Well, thank you for summing all of that so perfectly. Let me go across to Karan Verma now. One of the things, every time BJP was cornered over independence of the agencies, is they cite the Supreme Court saying it was the UPA government, not the NDA or the BJP, which was singled out by the Supreme Court as a cage parrot. Today, the political importance of the fact that the Supreme Court has said shun and dispel the notion that you are a cage parrot to CBI. How is this going to pan out, Karan Verma, politically? Has that taken the defense away from the BJP today?
Not at all. In fact, I'll say this. I'll start with this, that I'm so glad that people have their faith restored in the Supreme Court and the democracy. Just last night, they were all casting aspersions on the Supreme Court when the CGI and the Prime Minister were together for the Ganesh Puja. Anyways, coming on this particular case, your legal editor summed it up rightly. This is in no way a commentary on the merits of the case. Every single time, whether it was Manish Sisodia or Arvind Kejriwal who were denied bail, it was the court that came heavily down on them. It was the court on 30th October 2020 through Supreme Court, which said there is a tentative money trail of 338 crores. It was the Delhi High Court which said that prima facie it looks that the commission of crime has happened. The fact is we have a legal system that is dragging its feet. It's unfortunate, which is why bail is the rule and jail is the exception. That is the reason why he has been granted bail. He is not allowed to attend office. I mean, it's a shame. It's a joke on the people of Delhi that we have a CM.
But the Aam Aadmi Party, Karan, says that this is the greatest vindication of what they've been saying all along.
Which is laughable. I mean, it's not the plea demanding for the questioning the legality of the arrest has been declined. The CM cannot attend the office. The CM cannot sign files. At a time when Delhi is grappling with water crisis, Delhi is grappling with electricity crisis, the CM cannot do that and he's not even stepping down. It's just a commentary on how our legal system has been dragging its feet. The trial could not begin. It should have begun. Yes, that's a fact. But in no way should they rejoice because the people of Delhi are not rejoicing. They have a CM who can't work. There cannot be a bigger insult to the people of Delhi than that.
Sanjeev Kaushik, let me take away from what Karan was saying, and this is interesting because he said just yesterday you had the entire opposition, even those from the Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party, all of them coming out and saying that the entire judiciary has been compromised. Today, when you have Arvind Kejriwal getting bail, today everyone is saying Sukoon ke din and they are all hailing this verdict. Isn't this ironical, or rather should I call it hypocritical?
देखिए, निश्चित तौर पर एक चिंता तो रहती है जब इस तरह की गठबंधन और इस तरह की बातें सामने दिखाई देती हैं तो, लेकिन इन सबों के बावजूद हमें आज भी यकीन है कि भारतीय न्याय प्रणाली जो है वो इतनी मजबूत है कि उसे इतनी जल्दी प्रभावित नहीं की जा सकती है। लेकिन जो दृश्य, ठीक है करण वर्मा ताली बजा रहे हैं, लेकिन ये बात कहने में मैं कोई बुराई नहीं है कि जो दृश्य दिखा था वो दृश्य नहीं दिखना था, वो दृश्य नहीं दिखना था।
आज नहीं मिलता अगर बेल अरविंद केजरीवाल को, संजीव जी, तो आप बोलते हैं कि जुडिशरी कॉम्प्रोमाइज्ड है?
पक्का नहीं, बिल्कुल नहीं, क्योंकि अंत में जब हमारे पास कोई विकल्प नहीं होता है तो हम यही कहते हैं कि तुम्हें अदालत में देखना।
मगर कल तो यही बोला जा रहा था कि जस्टिस ऑपोजिशन को नहीं मिल रही कोर्ट में, क्योंकि ऑलरेडी ये फोटोग्राफ देखिए, इसी में समझ आ जाता है कि क्या फ्रेंडशिप है, तभी हमें जस्टिस नहीं मिल रही कोर्ट में। कल यही बोला था संजय राउत जी ने।
दो संवैधानिक संस्थानों के अलग अलग मुखिया यदि एक तरह से इस तरह से सार्वजनिक तौर पर मिलते हैं और वो भी किसी निजी कार्यक्रम में, जिसका फोटो या जिसका वीडियो वायरल किया जाएगा, तो निश्चित तौर पे इस तरह की बातें होंगी समाज में। और चूंकि इसी समाज में रहने वाले लोग हैं, कोई सार्वजनिक कार्यक्रम होता, देश के प्रधानमंत्री यदि इस तरह के कार्यक्रम का निमंत्रण दिए होते या वो कोई सार्वजनिक ऐसा कार्यक्रम किए होते जिसमें देश के प्रधानमंत्री,
उसके बहुत सारे प्रेसिडेंट्स हैं, चलिए उसे छोड़िए। There are several precedents which have happened under Manmohan Singh also, but आज का जो development है कि अरविंद केजरीवाल after he got bail, you have the Aam Aadmi Party coming out and celebrating. संजीव कौशिक जी, बीजेपी तो यही बोल रही है, वो जेल वाले से अब बेल वाले चीफ मिनिस्टर बन गए, उनके ऊपर इतने imposition है, जो conditions है, he is barely going to be functioning as a chief minister.
कोई नई बात नहीं है। फिर मैं दोबारा दोहरा दूं कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी इस तरह से विश्लेषण करेगी ही करेगी। अब उनको इसमें से तिल में से ताड़ निकालना है तो वो कहेगी कि अब आप साइन नहीं कर सकते, आप बाहर नहीं निकल सकते, ऑफिस नहीं जा सकते। सच बात यह है कि इतने दिनों के बाद में एक फर्जी ऐसा केस जिसमें कहीं कुछ दिखाई नहीं दे रहा था, एक पैसे की कोई बरामदगी नहीं दिखाई दे रही थी,
मगर आज तो कोर्ट ने बोला है कि इलीगल अरेस्ट नहीं था, अरेस्ट वाज लीगल।
लगातार मेरी बात पूरी हो जाने दीजिए। लगातार कोर्ट ने यह भी कहा कि आखिर मंशा क्या है गिरफ्तारी की। अरविंद केजरीवाल यदि सचमुच में आरोपी हैं, सचमुच में यदि और सारा इन्वेस्टिगेशन अभी बाकी है, तो कब तक किया जाएगा और कब तक इनको जेल में रखा जाएगा? जेल में रखने के पीछे की मंशा क्या है? और उस आधार पर अरविंद केजरीवाल जी को बाहर का रास्ता दिखाया गया कि नहीं, आपको जमानत दी जाती है, अब जाइए। आम आदमी पार्टी मातब बनाए क्या? आम आदमी पार्टी के लिए तो निश्चित तौर पर जश्न का माहौल है।
मगर आज तो जुडिशरी इंडिपेंडेंट हो गई है। करण वर्मा, क्विक रिबटल यू वांटेड टू गिव?
Absolutely. No, I'm glad that his faith in judiciary is reimposed within 12 hours. So that is heartening to see. But secondly, आम आदमी पार्टी के सपोर्टर्स जो पहले देश बदलने आए थे, आज वो कहां तक पहुंच गए हैं कि दिल्ली में एक नॉन ऑपरेशनल सीएम है और barely नहीं, he's totally unoperable. He cannot operate anything. He cannot sign files. He cannot visit the secretariat. कदम तक नहीं रख सकते. आप देश बदलने आए थे या केजरीवाल अपना चुनावी करियर आगे कैसे बढ़ाएंगे वो सेलिब्रेट करने आए थे? This is a question that Aam Aadmi Party needs to introspect and probably come up with a new CM. Delhi needs a CM, a working CM. ये आम आदमी पार्टी
a new CM. We'll have to wait and see because there seem to be quite a few contenders for that. But Karan Verma as well as Sanjeev Kaushik बने रहे हमारे साथ. I'm just going to get our viewers some of the reactions that we were talking about. The jubilation, which quite understandably after 6 months of jail, finally Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal getting bail. This is how the Aam Aadmi Party is reacting.
एक बार फिर से साबित हो गया है कि अरविंद केजरीवाल जी जैसा सच्चा ईमानदार देशभक्त कट्टर ईमानदार नेता इस देश में नहीं है, जिनको गिरफ्तार करने के लिए भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने हजारों तरह की कुचक्र रचे, हजारों तरह की साजिशें रची। एक कट्टर ईमानदार आदमी को उनको उठा के जेल में डाला, इससे बड़ा पाप लोकतंत्र के इतिहास में नहीं हुआ। आज ऑनरेबल सुप्रीम कोर्ट को हम नमन करते हैं, उनको सलाम करते हैं, उनका धन्यवाद करते हैं। हम इस देश के संविधान का धन्यवाद करते हैं, बाबा साहब का धन्यवाद करते हैं, जिनके बदौलत आज सच्चाई की जीत हुई है।
आम आदमी पार्टी को और ताकत मिलेगी और पार्टी का एक कार्यकर्ता होने के नाते दिल्ली और पंजाब और पूरे देश भर का एक नागरिक होने के नाते मैं तहे दिल से स्वागत करता हूं इस फैसले का और बस एक ही चीज कहना चाहता हूं इस भावुक लम्हे में कि वेलकम बैक अरविंद केजरीवाल।
Well, he's also put out a post, Raghav Chadha, saying we missed you. Meanwhile, this is how the BJP has been reacting. They are saying after being the jail-wala chief minister for such a long time, he is now the bail-wala chief minister.
और ये कहना गलत नहीं होगा, जेल वाला सीएम अब बेल वाला सीएम हो गया है। अरविंद केजरीवाल को तुरंत चाहिए कि वो अपने पद से इस्तीफा दे दे, लेकिन बेशरम अरविंद केजरीवाल ऐसा करेंगे नहीं, क्योंकि अरविंद केजरीवाल में एक बूंद नैतिकता नहीं बची है।
जो लोग अभी सत्य की जीत हुई है, सत्य जो है वो जो है परेशान हो सकता है, पराजित नहीं हो सकता, ये घिसी पिटी जो नारे देते हैं, उन्हें ये पहले तय करना चाहिए कि कब सत्य की हार होती है और कब सत्य की जीत होती है, ये तय कर लें। अपनी सुविधा के अनुसार सत्य की हार और जीत अगर ये गढ़ेंगे तो मुझे नहीं लगता कि इनको कोई फायदा होगा। कोई भी जमानत उस किसी भी गुनाहगार या किसी भी अपराधी या किसी भी आरोपी के दोष मुक्त होने का प्रमाण पत्र नहीं होता।
Well, with that, I'd like to thank Karan Verma as well as Sanjeev Kaushik ji for joining us here on the show. Of course, this continues to be our top focus story right here on Times Now. We slip into a short break.
I am the future that was born 100 years ago. I am the purpose that emerged with India's independence. To be a force for business that takes India to the world and the world to India. Creating pathways of self-reliance. To stand for progress, the planet and the people. Towards a future made perfect. And be a force creating abundance. Because independence is not a moment in history. It's a never-ending path to prosperity. Aditya Birla Group, a force for good.